Hey there everybody, this is David. I'm out in the woods working on my thinning project again and found a little lesson I could share with you. Probably never happened to anybody else because everybody's better at it than me on scoping this out. Let's say you start to cut a tree, you think it'll tip for you or at least balance where you can just kind of nudge it over, and you get, as you come out the back, it sits down on your saw. It was trying to sit. Anyway, I got the saw out, and then your kerf is closed up. And what do you do to get your wedge in there? Well, what you do, take your saw and you bore in. I just went down about 1 inch. Bore in and bore parallel to your back cut, and make it wide enough, go back and forth, make it wide enough that your wedge can fit in there. Stick your wedge in and drive that baby in, and you see it will pull these fibers apart on both sides and lift that up. So you just punch in your about 1 inch down in your stump, make it wide enough for your wedge to go in, and start hammering, and you'll have that baby tipped over. It's real simple, and just having a great time out here this morning. Dope things out. Remember, always escape your stump. I cut this one down, and it was going to be taking down some others with it. And you see it got out there, and that butt of that little tree there popped up over 6 feet in the air. And that's one reason you don't stand by your stump. Those things pop up and they'll bust you in the face, and they can kill you even. So it doesn't take a very big chunk of wood hitting you in the head to hurt you. So anyway, these are cherry barks right in here, giving them some room. Took out a cherry bark, and there's another nice one. I can't get them all. If I gave them all opening on 4 sides, I'd be wiping this place out. But you can see right here, here's a forked one right back here. Gonna knock that one out. And man, I've just got too many good trees to choose from. Here, this one forks at about 24 feet up. I've got a real nice one back there. He's over 16 inches back there already, that one. Way back there. He's already over 16. I've got one in the middle of this group. It's what you'd kind of call an intermediate. It's no longer getting sunlight from the sides. So I'm going to knock that out, and probably going to take this forked one here. Well, that next one is forked also, and it's not as good as this one. So I'm going to be taking that one out. You see he forks up there. He's not as good. Over here I've got, there's a nice cherry bark there, and he's got a red maple fighting for dominance, and that red maple, they shoot for the moon. He's already up. I'm going to whack him. There's lots of opportunities in here. And if you're new to growing trees, just get past cutting trees that you planted. Some people get really hung up on that. You can't finish them all. You plant 400 an acre and you can finish 40. So don't get hung up on taking out trees that you planted. Don't get romantically attached to them. And these are going to make some fine firewood. This red oak, you split it in small chunks and it dries in a month or 2, where it'll burn just fine in a stove. And boy, beautiful day out here in the woods. And look at the sunlight we're getting in here. Those and you can see angled trees that stop part way. The wind will knock them down. And if they don't, as I come in here to cut firewood, I just go ahead and finish chunking them down. Then I want to get this done, so I'm not going to chunk them down now. And there's lessons everywhere. Boy, I took down a a maple over there. And look at that. Look at that spring pole. I may come back out here with a regular camera I can set up on a tripod, do another spring pole exercise. That one is loaded up. That one would bust you in the chops. Anyway, thank you for coming out. And let's look at there's the rings on this one. And of course this is, I've cut this about 3 feet tall. It took a few years to get that tall. We planted, you know, like 10 to 14 inch seedlings in here. So, you know, this size right here, this is about 5 years old when the tree was this large, when this tree got to here. And then above that, you know, it's older, younger than 5 years. And there's my stump there. Anyway, thank you for visiting, and I've got to crank up and get back to work.